One day after 13 Investigates broke the story about the circumstances surrounding the retirement of longtime Colts announcer Bob Lamey, the team now confirms that he did not retire on his own terms.
In fact, his sudden departure came directly after admitting that he used the N-word in an off-the-mic conversation. A woman who witnessed Lamey's use of that racial slur talked exclusively with Eyewitness News last night. And tonight, our Jenny Runovich has more from that interview and the Colts' response to our report. Jenny?
Well, John and Ann, the Colts' account of Lamey's retirement has changed a lot in the last week. A woman filed a human resources claim when she says she heard Lamey say the N-word while he was retelling a story. The Colts were made aware. They confronted Lamey about it, but they said nothing to the public until now.
Praise rolled in from the Colts organization after they announced Sunday that legendary play-by-play announcer Bob Lamey was retiring. The reason for his retirement wasn't given.
I just couldn't watch the news or get on the internet and not feel sick to my stomach. To completely ignore the fact that he did it and to celebrate him and praise him and raise him up knowing what he said, it was just hurtful.
In response to a story 13 Investigates broke last night, the Colts now confirm Lamey did not retire on his own accord. He did so after he made a serious mistake and admitted using the N-word while telling a story.
He knows it's wrong, and he knows that people lose their jobs for that.
Last week, this radio employee who wants to protect her identity made a complaint to Human Resources at Emmis Communications that Lamey used the racial slur off the air at Colts camp while repeating a story.
He had asked me if the mics were off, and I said, yeah, I turned everything off, you're fine. He said the N-word. Yeah, I was surprised, and I looked surprised, and I looked at him, and I think he could tell from my face that he did something wrong. Just kept apologizing and saying, please don't tell anybody, please don't let anybody know, this doesn't leave this table.
After the Human Resources complaint last Wednesday, Emmis contacted the Colts. On Saturday, the Colts contacted Lamey. Following our questions yesterday, Lamey admitted to using the racial slur through his attorney, Jim Voiles. Today, the Colts released a statement. Bob publicly acknowledged that last week he repeated an inappropriate word when telling a story. He immediately apologized to the people who heard him use the word and then promptly retired as the Colts play-by-play announcer. An earlier statement said promptly resigned, but the team later said autocorrect caused an error and the actual word is retired. The radio employee who witnessed the incident says she came forward because people need to know that using the N-word isn't okay ever, and it shouldn't be ignored.
If there was someone that I looked up to and I celebrated and they did something like that, I would want to know. No legend, no person that you look up to uses that kind of hurtful language at all.
As you can imagine, a lot of reaction to this since our report last night and the Colts statement today. We will share what some Colts players have to say about this coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Ann?
All right, Jenny, thank you. If you'd like to read more about the Lamey controversy, including Bob Kravitz's article on it, head on over to our website at WTHR.com.